Jones's hometown buddy from Pensacola, Derrick Gainer, getting his biggest chance yet at 126 pounds against Kevin Kelly, the Flushing Flash. Kelly, a past champion in the sport, trying to make it back to that pinnacle. You look at the tail of the tape and see that Kelly is 5 years older, by far the more experienced. Derrick Gainer with only a 1-inch reach advantage, though a height advantage of 2 inches at 5'9" to 5'7" for Kelly. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Kevin Kelly Derrick Gainer fight is scheduled for 12 rounds. There is no standing 8 count. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
All right, Harold, for the intros for Kevin Kelly and Derrick Gainer, let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer.
And now, finally, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jacksonville Coliseum here in Jacksonville, Florida, where tonight Square Ring Incorporated, along with your undisputed, undefeated king of beers, Budweiser, present professional boxing for your entertainment. All the bouts are sanctioned by the Florida State Athletic Commission Chairman Alvin Goodman, Vice Chairman Eric Riley, Commissioners at ringside, Dr. Jack Gugino, Terry James, and Alita Waldman. Executive Director Mike Shanti. Our physicians in attendance at ringside are Dr. James Boyd, Dr. Scott Baker, and Dr. Michael Sharp. The timekeeper is Mark Skillbred. This first bout is also sanctioned by the World Boxing Union. WBU President John Robinson. Supervisor at ringside is WBU Chairman Mr. Ed Levine. The 3 judges scoring this contest on a 10-point must system will be Chester Como, Paul Herman, and William Hutt. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, your referee, Frank Santori. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is our first championship bout of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBU Featherweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trimmed with gold and weighing in at 126 pounds. His professional record, 17 victories against 3 defeats. 10 of his 17 victories are by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, from Pensacola, Florida, introducing the North American Boxing Featherweight Champion and the challenger, Derrick Smoke And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing yellow, trimmed with green, weighing in at 124 3/4 pounds. His professional record, 43 victories, 30 by knockout, against only 1 defeat, with 2 draws, and he has captured 2 world championships. Ladies and gentlemen, from Flushing, New York, presenting the WBU Featherweight Champion of the World, the Flushing Flash, Kevin Kelly.
Kevin, smoke from the belly button, right?
All right, right there, right, gentlemen. We've gone over this and dressed them. All right, low blows. Here you go for both of them. Stand up, smoke. And here down, so low blow, here down. Anything above that's fair, all right, fellas? Protect yourselves at all times, and baby at all times. Questions, gentlemen? Questions? Good luck to both of you.
Good luck, guys.
Roy Jones has been a real loyal friend to Gainer, getting him many opportunities for fights on his undercards. We'll see if he's done him a favor by getting him this opportunity against a much more experienced fighter. We'll also see how much Kevin Kelly has left.
Kelly was unbeaten before his January 7, 1995 war with Alejandro Gonzalez. It hasn't been easy for him since then. Derrick Gainer wants to remind Kelly of some of the punishment he's taken in the past 2 years as he starts out more aggressively than is normally his style. 2 southpaws in there against each other.
Now, as a veteran fighter, the one thing you want your opposition to do a younger fighter is to come out trying to punch. Get yourself winded, and then the veteran takes over. So Gainer's got to pace himself. Don't do anything out of the ordinary. Kelly's job tonight will be to keep his head moving. You just can't stand in front of this guy and not move your neck from side to side. He's tall. He's got the reach advantage. And any time, because he's so thin, he can slip a straight right, left hand right on your chin.
So Kelly need the head movement to get inside of Gainer's jab.
That's right. And when you're fighting the younger, inexperienced fighters, they throw a lot of shots. They don't even know they're going to do it. And those shots hurt. They open up cuts. You got to keep your head moving.
Kelly saying to us yesterday, all you have to do is look at the two of us to see what the fight is all about. I've got to get inside and go at his body. He wants to keep me out at the end of his long punching range.
It may not be the smartest thing to do because this thin guy has been accustomed to the thicker guys because he's tall going to his body. He knows how to fight that kind of defense.
Kelly landing a left hand to the body. Gainer staying upstairs and trying to fend Kevin off with the jab as Kelly increasingly is trying to wade in and get inside on Gainer.
Kelly is also going up against reflexes. Sometimes you throw a shot and this guy just does something he doesn't know what he's going to do. So you got to keep your defense, your hands up at all times.
Kelly won the first 41 fights of his professional career. In his last 5 fights, a loss, a draw, and a technical draw.
And what Kelly want to do in the first few rounds, stay active, keep your point system up. Don't try to hit this guy with your hardest punch.
Okay, you're doing good. You know what I want you to do? I want you to listen to me good. I want you to smooth out a little bit.
Okay.
On your stopping, you're a little too choppy now. Give me a little flow. You're working too hard with that jab, man. I want you to shoot it off, but don't load up on it. You ain't trying to knock him out with no jab. As soon as you start touching him with the jab, then throw your left hand. You can't hit him with a jab, you can't hit him with a left hand.
Keep shortening it up.
You ain't got to touch him all up.
You got me?
When you make a mistake, then you make a mistake with your left hand.
And use those hands to be going. You got me? And use the hands to go. Okay, yo?
We really won't know what kind of fight this is going to be until when and if Kelly tags Gainer with something meaningful.
And you saw the low punch output for Kelly in the first round, only 27 attempted punches. His trainer, Phil Borgia, is going to want him to throw that many jabs, let alone that many punches. He wants a lot more punch output from Kelly.
You'll notice Kelly moves his head once a punch is thrown. You got to keep that head in motion at all times.
Gainer landing a little counter as Kelly lunged inside.
Now Kelly also, because he's fighting a younger opponent with a lot of muscle tension, use a lot of feints to make him get tired. Every time you use a feint, he'll throw a shot.
Gainer has begun throwing punches with more authority in the last year or two, George. Up to that point, he was primarily a slapper. As he tires, as this fight goes on, he's liable to open the glove up and start slapping again.
Kelly is playing the wrong game. He's looking for 1 or 2 shots. That's not going to happen that easy.
But he landed a left hand over the top. and has gotten Gainer's attention as he now pins him against the ropes and tries to go to the body. Kevin Kelly thinks that his punching power can make the difference against Gainer, and right now he is rocking him.
Very strong sequence of body punches.
And Gainer with a big comeback. And with no head movement, George, Kelly was a sitting duck for that combination.
And most importantly, sometimes you don't want to wake up these sleeping giants this early in the fight. Make him do this a little later after you use up a little muscle tension. Because Smoke has also can make some fire.
Hard left hand shot by Derrick Smoke Gainer. A lot more leather in round 2 than was the case in round 1 on both sides.
Now Kelly, as a veteran, should know, don't follow a puncher. One thing no fighter wants to do is follow a puncher around the ring. You let him follow you.
You still got him feeling with your jab before you throw the left hand. That take a lot of energy out of it when you miss with your left, you understand? Feeling with your jab, then throw your left. When you pivot around it, when you pivot around to throw your uppercut, you pivot a little too wide. Circle a little bit. Okay.
Lighten up and let your hands go. You got that. Okay. On the inside, keep working the body. Look at me. On the inside, keep working the body. You got that? But don't lay outside of his punches, Kev. I don't want you outside, I want you inside. Okay?
Here we see that Gainer, standing outside, is beating Kelly to the punch. And that's like being able to start an automobile race faster than your opponent.
There goes Roy Jones leaving his ringside seat where he's been rooting for his buddy Derrick Gainer to go back to his dressing room. And Roy Jones has a habit of tempting fate by staying at ringside very close to fight time to root for Smoke Gainer.
Now, for the first time, Kevin Kelly is starting to use his feints. You got to make this kid use up some of that energy by faking him. And every time you hit these youngsters, they're going to pay you back, so you better be covering up after you touch them.
You heard Alton Murkerson between both the first and second and third rounds in his discussions with Gainer saying, you got to throw the right hand before you try to land the left. At least touch him with the right hand jab before you try to bring that power punch.
Another good body shot by Kelly. Instructions from his corner, trying to weaken the taller, thinner Gainer.
There again, Kelly has his head standing up one spot, not moving it.
I'm not sure Kevin Kelly had total respect for Derrick Gainer before the start of the fight. I think Gainer has gotten his attention now.
Gainer's real effective with this overhand left. It seems like he can't miss it.
And this is referee Frank Santori telling Smoke Gainer not to hold Kevin Kelly. And Kevin Kelly's trainer, Phil Borgia, made it clear that he would talk to officials about Gainer's habit of holding.
There's that sneaky overhand left again. Whenever Gainer wants to get his attention, he throws that overhand left.
Tripling up on the jab there. Derrick Gainer still, for the most part, beating Kevin Kelly to the punch. This will be called a slip.
That's that quick overhand left.
It's going to be called a slip.
Call it what you want, but it hurt.
What might have happened there is that in the process of seeing one fighter miss a punch and twist around, he might have missed the punch that landed. We'll get a look at that later.
Gainer sees the...
And now Gainer goes down.
That hurt.
This is going to be called a knockdown. This is a knockdown. The previous one was ruled a slip. And that, of course, has implications for the scorecard, where Kelly will get extra credit and Gainer will not.
Absolutely, and it looked like a clean knockdown by Gainer.
Don't get too cocky, man. Look, when you hurt this guy, man, when you hurt this guy, don't just weigh it in on him. My knockdown, coach. Yeah, come on, listen to me. Okay. When you hurt this guy, he fight out of desperation. I want you to keep him long all the time. Keep him long all the time. Don't rush in and walk on him. He'll throw some stuff out of desperation. Keep boxing. Keep boxing. Now, you can fight on the inside. You lost 2 fights because you didn't fight on the inside. You tired with this guy, you rip something off and get out.
All right, coach.
Oh, don't you lay in there and walk out without leaving nothing with him. You understand? Okay?
All right, let's see if we can take a look and see what happened. There was the knockdown, a clean, hard punch to Gainer. Gainer says, yeah, you got me.
And we didn't see what preceded that, but I have a feeling that Gainer had his foot on top of Kevin Kelly's foot, pinning Kelly's shoe when Kelly went down, and that may be why the referee elected to rule it a slip.
Let's see how Gainer reacts to having taken that big punch. And knowing that if he misses, something heavy can come back at him.
See if that'll change the momentum of the fight. The momentum of the fight, which up to that point had belonged mostly to Derrick "Smoke" Gainer.
Kevin Kelly has taken him a few rounds to understand that this Gainer fights better moving backwards. You got to let him come forward a bit and counter him for a couple of rounds.
At this point, early in the 4th round, Gainer seems less interested in throwing those big leads.
He is so dangerous. He's like a cat. You corner him, you're going to get scratched up bad.
Half of the combination by Gainer landed. The right hand missed. The left hand found some Kevin Kelly turf. Kelly's right eye swelling just a little bit. You'll recall that badly swollen eyes helped to cost him the Gonzalez fight.
Now, for the first time, Kelly's using an overhand left.
And he landed it solidly there.
It was because he closed in the range a little bit. He's standing too far away from Smoke, and Smoke is getting all of the lead shot. Close it up and be the inside fighter.
And you heard Alton Murkison between rounds saying to Smoke, don't forget the fight when you get inside. You lost 2 fights because you wouldn't fight on the inside. You must prove you'll do it here. Kelly's level of caution in going in at Gainer tells you that Gainer has landed some solid stuff early on.
Gainer confidence gets better and better because of the bruise on Kelly's eye.
3-punch combination, 4 punches, 5 punches, 6 punches by Gainer, and Kelly goes down, and his right eye is a mess.
He took a shot early before that combination landed and was just trying to cover up and get through the round.
Bill Borgia yelling at the referee that Kelly's been thumbed in the eye, and now Kelly comes to Frank Santori to make the point himself.
Sit down. Give me that focus. Give me this mouthpiece. All right, listen. Look at me. at that and look at me. Look at me. Are we trained to fight with no eyes or not? Look at me. We are trained to fight with no goddamn eyes. You got that? Gotcha. You got one eye. That means you got to work that right side even more on the slips. You got me? Gotcha. It don't mean a thing, Kev. Remember what our motto is. It don't mean a thing. Spit it out.
The nose, Kev.
Take this.
There you saw off the right hand, Kelly started to hold his eye, claiming he has been thumbed. You think anything has happened in this fight so far, guys?
Wow, Kevin Kelly's right eye is functionally closed. It's a total mess.
And he's fighting like he want to win anyway.
And you heard his trainer, Phil Borgia, saying, forget it, you're just going to have to work around it. And down goes Gainer.
And he's hurt. He's wobbled.
6, here, 7, 8, okay?
He's got more than 2 minutes to try to survive this fight.
Very wobbly legs for Gainer. Very wobbly legs. Kevin Kelly drawing on his desperation, and now he takes leather in return on the blind side.
Yeah. Kevin Kelly was at ringside when Arturo Gatti came back from 2 eyes like this to knock out his opponent. He's trying to do the same thing, and suddenly the life has come back to Gainer.
Kelly remembering to go to the body as they clinch. He's blind on the right side and swinging away hard from the left. Midway through the 5th, Gainer's been down in the round. Gainer starting to pump punches into that closed Kevin Kelly right eye. Crowd, of course, is heavily pro-Gainer. They'll try to keep his motivation up regardless of what damage Kelly's able to do. Kelly came out throwing punches in bunches, George. Now he's trying to load up one at a time.
Yeah, well, he's desperate now. His eye is about to close. He knows now what he was trying to do earlier, he has to do now. He's got to land a good shot, and he's got to do it quick, or this kid is going to pick on that eye until that eye closes completely.
But George, the way he's running away, Gainer, and just trying to take an occasional wide swing, he really isn't in position to take advantage of the bad eye. He's just looking to survive right now.
Well, he'll survive, and if he continues to go round after round, that right eye of Kevin Kelly is just going to get worse and worse because he cannot see him on one side.
As Kevin Kelly goes back to his corner, he goes to one of the greatest cutmen in the business, Al Gavin. And it's up to Gavin now to keep Kevin in the fight.
Pay close attention to me. Look in my eye. Look what you did with one eye. All right? Pay attention to me. Rinse this out. You need to pick it up when you're on the inside. He's running. He ain't gonna win the title running. You understand me? Gotcha. Increase the jab, work your knees, and work your turnovers. He's there when you're on the inside. You got me. Gotcha. You trust me?
Here's the knockdown as the almost one-eyed Kevin Kelly lands a looping left. Has anybody seen Kelly? I've seen Kelly, and he's never disappointed us with any of his fights. Here he comes back, trying to finish it, but Gainer hangs on.
Kelly's a brave soul. Round 6 begins. Derrick Gainer's punch output, which had been up around 60, slipped to 27 in the 5th round as he was running away from Kevin most of the time. Harold Letterman, your card.
Okay, Jim, the referee Frank Santori called time to clean the water in the corner of Derrick Gainer. I got it 3-1-1. Derrick Gainer, Kevin Kelly rapidly catching up after that 10-8 round in the 5th. I tell you the honest to God's truth, the 3rd round I would have scored 10-10 because I really thought they were both clean knockdowns, and you know I never score even rounds. But that one, absolutely one knockdown neutralized the other. Gainer 2 points ahead, Kelly catching up.
But Harold, how can you score at 10-10 when
Jim,
one was ruled a legal knockdown
Jim,
and the other was
it
not?
makes no difference. I can score around 10-8 without a knockdown. I can score around 10-8 with a knockdown. I have that option. I so choose to exercise that option. I would have scored at 10-10. It was certainly an even round. I felt that Gainer's knockdown was a clean knockdown. Kelly's was a clean knockdown. Nothing against the rules of doing that.
Larry?
I have the fight even because I've given Kelly a 10-8 round as well as a 10-9 round, 3 rounds to 2 for Gainer, but I have it even on points.
Gainer starting to fire again, smokes the left.
Well, Kelly is playing the wrong game. He's waiting and waiting and waiting, and believe me, that's Gainer's game. You just got to throw punches, keep punches coming all the time. That's the only way you're going to keep Gainer thinking. You stand back a moment, he slings that powerful straight left hand.
But I think he's starting to hurt Gainer to the body with shots
And
like
hurt
that.
him, he's hurting him good. That's correct.
Hard left hand shot by Gainer right on the blind eye. And that stops Kelly for the moment.
Kelly, when he waits, Gainer decides, you're not going to do anything, I'm going to do something. And that's all you want to make a veteran do is wait, and then you tag him.
Gainer able to load up the left hand and just pound away on Kevin Kelly's blind side. And I think I agree with you, George. I think Kelly needs a hotter flurry of punches, more activity.
And when you're not throwing punches, you got to move your head constantly bob, weave.
Quick right hand by Kelly as he sneaked in. Gainer backing away. He'll try to use the jab to stay out of trouble and pinpoint opportunities to target that right eye of Kelly's. Still to come, our videotape replay of Julio Cesar Chavez versus Oscar De La Hoya. You haven't missed it if you tuned in late. Stay with us.
Right now, Roy Jones is being upstaged by a preliminary fight as well as the tape of a week-old fight.
I need you to work your hands. If you don't want to get hit, you got to get inside and work your hands. Do you got
Keep
me?
your head to me,
Spit.
Kevin.
Do you hear what I just said? Kev, you got to be on this man's ass, damn it.
Hold on, Phil.
Do you understand me?
I understand you.
Okay, you can't be outside because then you're going to get hit with the ones you can't see. Work your way in with the jab and let it go. You don't want to fight when you're on the inside.
I got you.
And if you have to, you know where that head goes when he's pulling you down, goddammit. If the ref ain't going to do it, we got to do it.
I got you. Hands, combination. Combination.
Give me the mouth.
There you see the big left hand that Kelly couldn't see. It's not has anybody seen Kelly, it's can Kelly see. You heard the instructions from the corner. The little guy has to get inside on the taller guy.
Round 7 begins. George, we saw a little trace of blood under Kelly's right eye. Is that coming from inside the eye or out of the swelling?
I think there's a cut underneath that eye, but we can't see it because of the swelling. What Kelly needs to do now is move over to the left side and run this fella back to the other side. He's allowing him to go on the blind side. All you got to do is run around there and chase him in the opposite direction.
So you want him to move to his left?
Yeah, you want to move him back around on your side where you got the good eye. And all you got to do is run over there and chase him the other way.
Kelly gets tagged on the blind eye again. If Gainer starts leading with that overhand left, he'll do damage to that eye.
And I don't know why his trainer wouldn't tell him, Kelly, go on the other side. Don't let him move to his left in that fashion. Make him move to the right.
Gainer swung wildly and gave Kevin Kelly a chance to land 2 body shots there, and Kevin didn't throw it. Neither man seemingly with a clear picture here in round 7 of what he wants to do.
Things business could pick up greatly if only Kevin Kelly goes over and chases him in the opposite direction. He's allowing him to move in a direction that he wants to move.
Is this the same thing as failing to cut off the ring?
You don't really want to cut it off, just want to move him. If you want to move, allow him to move where he's ineffective. But you got to go around and, just like herding cattle, make the cows go in another direction.
Derrick Gainer using his hand speed and foot speed to land combinations against Kevin Kelly. Gainer has controlled much of the fight with his quickness, his speed, and his willingness to get off first. Like that. Kevin Kelly with a kind of a seeing eye round, following Gainer from spot to spot, not doing much damage when he gets there.
You just can't follow him around. You got to get up close and keep your gloves on him in some fashion. Doesn't have to be hard, just keep your gloves on him.
It's only a 17-foot square ring. A lot of people thought that would work against Gainer, but Kelly hasn't been able to turn it to his advantage so far. And as Smoke Gainer closes in on a possible upset win over Kevin Kelly, Roy Jones basks in the enjoyment of his own personally constructed day. Basketball for the USBL Jacksonville Barracudas in the afternoon, and now a title defense at 168 pounds tonight.
Okay, okay.
As long as he's not taking too many left-hand shots, he's okay.
Okay.
No, I think he can go.
Yeah, he can go. I can't see out, but I'm fighting. Let's go.
Can you see out of the other
He's
eye?
not taking too
You
many
can see a
left-hand
lot
shots.
of
Fine.
I can see.
Okay.
We gotta work, Doc. We gotta work. Look at me. Look at me. You're outside. Jimmy, this is ball time.
You know, when you have a fighter cut under one eye, that's okay. You allow the fight to go. But when he clearly cannot see, this is too much of a disadvantage.
You would stop it?
I would stop the fight.
Get this water.
Nothing to be ashamed of. You can't see, you can't fight. And not only can you not see, it's visible to your opponent.
When you fought Alex Stewart and both of your eyes swelled, were you still able to see out of
I
both
was
of them?
able to see. It's
And
one thing
you're sure
to be
that
able to
Kevin
see.
can't.
He said he could not see.
Yep. Well, in that last round, Kelly's punch output dropped to 25. So he's badly hampered by the inability to see out of the right eye, and it's hurting him in a lot of different ways, both defending himself and mounting offense. But now here he comes again as he's able to pin Gainer against the ropes. And this is when he does his best work.
Well, that Gainer's sharp as a cat. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Sharp left cross there by Derrick Gainer. Misses short with that one, lunges, but doesn't get hurt because Kevin Kelly isn't able to follow up. Kelly concentrating on the body when he goes to the ropes. That could help him. Gives him a chance to come back and go upstairs. Gainer's hands still fast.
One thing about when your eyes are closed, you have this itchy feeling all over your body, and you just want to touch and protect yourself a lot more than you want to fight.
Kelly stunned now as Gainer pounds him against the ropes. He got hit twice on the blind eye.
Now, Gainer has been the aggressor.
About as aggressive as we've ever seen Derrick Gainer be in the ring. Solid left-hand lead. Can't fault Kelly's guts. He's trying everything he's got.
You wonder why Gaynor would even fight this kind of fight when he can really clearly stay on the outside and win.
Blood trickling from Kevin Kelly's nostrils now. Both sides bleeding. Down goes Gaynor.
A left hand, a big, big left hand, and Gaynor may not get up.
He will not get up. Why would he fight a fight like that?
Arturo got it.
Kevin Kelly has done it.
Gaynor, his confidence soaring, got aggressive in that round and gave Kelly an opportunity, George.
It's the old Billy Conn, Joe Louis story. You're winning a fight, I'm going for a knockout also, and it happens to him. Billy Conn.
And shades of Arturo Gatti in the Garden a couple months ago as Kevin Kelly, blind in the right eye, scores a dramatic bailout knockout of Derrick Gaynor.
Gaynor is still flat on his back. Kevin Kelly is a quality athlete. He's a real prize fighter. This is what real prize fighters do. They never give up. They keep coming at you. And we saw last weekend that one fighter with a bad eye didn't keep coming at you.
You saw Kevin Kelly there trying to lift Gaynor up. He wanted to pay his respect to Derrick Gaynor because I think Gaynor gave him a much better battle than Kevin ever expected from the young man. But at the end of the day, the old pro, fighting in his 47th fight, had the answer.
Gaynor feeling strong, looking at an opponent that he felt he had on the ropes, and walks right into a big, wild left hand.
Dropped his right hand at the same moment that he threw the left. That was the difference. Watch the right hand drop when Gaynor commits to this left hand. Boom.
All night he's been landing that shot. Those have been the same shot that's knocked him down one after the other. Each knockdown, same punch. Why would Gaynor risk such an to go mix it up with a club fighter like that?
Home crowd was chanting. George, home crowd was chanting. Home crowd wanted to give him a big ovation for the knockout. He wanted to reward him, so he went after it, and he got caught.
Stay out of your hometowns.
Wasn't the crowd chanting for Conn against Joe Louis?
That's right.
Let's go to Michael Buffer for the particulars of this dramatic comeback KO.
Time. How about a round of applause for two featherweights in this ring who for 7 1/2 rounds gave us one hell of a war. The end comes at 2 minutes and 16 seconds of round number 8. The winner by knockout victory and still WBU featherweight champion of the world, the Flushing Flash, Kevin Kelly. Hard out here tonight. Derrick Gaynor.
Final punch stat numbers between Kevin Kelly and Derrick Gaynor, and you can see that Gaynor had the edge in punches thrown, punches landed, connect percentage. As George Foreman pointed out, he was tactically in control of the fight, but he gave away that control by getting aggressive and trying to do something spectacular.
It's the old story. You're winning a fight, you're doing it easily. Why go in there and mix it up with a guy who's knocked you down already once or twice? Stay away, get those points, and don't go for the big one.
Let's go to Larry Merchant with the dramatic winner, Kevin Kelly.
All right, Kevin Kelly, congratulations. How close were you to having to stop fighting?
I don't know. I got determination when my eyes started closing. I got thumbed in the eye. They thought that I was a punch that did it. I got thumbed. I got hit with the thumb in the thumb area, and it started closing my eye. My eye, you know, started swelling up. I fought with one eye. What caught him was that me and Phil trained on switching. I boxed righty and I boxed lefty. And when I switched, he didn't expect it.
And what happened was he came in with that left hand down, and I came over the top with my left hand right down on his jaw, and crash came Gainer.
After being so successful staying away from you, why do you think he came at you and gave you that opportunity to land a crunching punch?
The eye gave him a false sense of confidence. And what happened was when he seen the eye swollen, he seen that he could actually had my title, he had me beat. The one thing that you never sleep on is a champion. Today I answered a lot of questions. I want to thank the main person right here. I got choked up. It's my wife. So she believed in me. She said I can do it. I can regain the title of the champ. I want to thank my team. I want to thank everybody for coming out, watching, supporting, and Gainer for giving me a great fight.
Kevin, in the corner, you were constantly urged that you had to fight with one eye. Were you anywhere near saying, I have to stop this?
No, never. I never told Phil that I'm going to stop fighting. I had a closed eye. I had 2 closed eyes when I fought Alejandro Gonzalez. I'm used to it. I fought like it before. This is what makes champions. I think Gainer learned a lesson today also. That's what makes champions. He fought a man with a closed eye. He's a great fighter. I got to give him credit.
He was better than you thought.
I want to say Crunch Fitness in New York City and No Fear. Thank you for staying behind me and the support.
Let's take a look at that knockdown, and you describe what was going on in your mind and what you saw then.
Well, right here we were working on switching over. So I seen Gainer's left hand being down. So what his right hand being down. So I come over the top, I switch, bang, left hand. I turn righty. I was punching. We call that the crunch because what happens is I turn righty, but I throw it over the top, as you can see right here. I switch righty as I'm throwing it, bing, and I catch Gainer. Gainer is a great fighter. I'm gonna tell you something. Another year or 2, he could be champ of the world.
Thank you very much, Kevin Kelly, for a great fight. And thank you, Smoke Gainer, for also a terrific fight. Did you get a false sense of security from his bad eye and fight his fight at the end?
We got a lot of ability, baby.
Good job, baby.
We got a lot of ability.
No, first of all, I'd like to thank the Lord for giving me the strength to do what I do. I like to say what's up to everybody at Pensacola. Kevin caught me a good shot. I was winning the fight, but I got a little careless. You know, if you get careless, then you can get caught. And if you get caught, you can get knocked out if you don't see the shot.
Why did you get careless? Because you saw his eye closed and you felt that he couldn't see your punches coming?
No, I was just moving, and I dropped my hand, and he switched off and caught me with a shot. That's all.
Do you feel you let one get away by not being more disciplined and just boxing and being willing to take that?
No, I'm very disciplined. No, Kevin Kelly, 2-time world champion, what can I say? He caught me with a good shot, but I'll be back. It's not the end of Derrick Smoke Gainer. I'll be back.
Thank you very much, Smoke. Back to you, Jim.
All right, just a final parenthetical note. Smoke Gainer was leading on 2 of the 3 scorecards, one by 66-64, one by 66-65 at the time that Kelly scored the knockout. Third scorecard had the fight even. Kevin Kelly's had 47 fights, spent the last 7 years in this weight class at 126, talking about maybe going up to 130 at this late stage of his career. Bad idea or good idea?
Well, Kevin Kelly has come of age. He showed for a fact that he can punch now, so the extra weight will not be a hindrance to him. He can do it all. I had counted him out. I've got to be honest about this. I thought the fight should have been stopped. He proved for the fact he went out desperately, and he got the gold nugget that time.
Hey, if you're in desperate straits, fight desperately. That's something Chavez didn't do last week.
This is a real champion, this Kevin Kelly. He's proven himself to me, if that means anything.
There's some unbelievable opponents for him at 130 if he goes up there. I mean, you never know if you're going to see him against Arturo Gatti or Azuma Nelson or some of those guys, but